Hi everyone, this is Rachel here from the Shades of Orange. Today I'm really excited to be talking about a brand new release, which is The Impossible Fortress by Jason Rekulak. And as a female software programmer with a love of 80s culture, I was immediately interested when I first heard about this book and requested a copy of it through Simon Schuster via Netgalley, and I was not disappointed. This was a lot of fun. Now, if you haven't heard the synopsis, this is set in the 1980s. It revolves around a group of teenage boys who find out about a particular issue of Playboy that they want to get their hands on, and because they're underage, they end up coming up with a crazy scheme to get copies of this. And as part of this scheme, the main character ends up befriending the daughter of a storekeeper who happens to be a female programmer. They also end up working on his game that he is trying to build, which happens to be called The Impossible Fortress. And from there, they form a bit of a friendship, which possibly has some romantic interests, and the story takes off from there. If you're a fan of 80s culture, this is definitely one to pick up. It is so much fun. It's being compared to a lot of other media like Stranger Things and Ready Player One, and it's all because of the 80s references. Otherwise, those books and media are quite different than this, but I love hearing everything about the 80s, so I love this. I'm also someone who's interested in coding, so I found the parts regarding the video game and writing the code for that to be really fascinating. The story is generally pretty lighthearted given the subject matter of trying to get a Playboy magazine, but at the same time it does dig into a more emotional level. Given the ages of the characters, I've heard this book described as young adult, but I would probably call this adult fiction, partially because the main character is recounting this story from the present day and looking back reflectively on his childhood in the 1980s. And more so, the fact is that if you weren't born in the 80s, you may not understand all of those references, but it's certainly an accessible book. So I would say this is an adult fiction with heavy YA crossover, so whether you're a teenage reader or an adult, I would encourage you to pick this up. Overall, I would call this a contemporary story with heavy romantic themes, so you have to be okay with reading about young potential love. This was a really engaging story. I read it quite quickly and really enjoyed the experience. I thought it was a lot of fun. It is quite predictable. I was able to guess most, if not all, of the twists and turns in the story. However, the author did put in a twist that I didn't quite guess completely, but it's not exactly a groundbreaking book, but still really enjoyable. Again, if you enjoy 80s or just kind of want a fun, cute story, this is definitely one to pick up. The author did work with some programmers and actually created the video game that's discussed in the book, which is available online, so I'm going to leave a link to that below. Overall, I would definitely recommend this one. It's a fun book, and I think a lot of people will really enjoy it. So those are my thoughts on The Impossible Fortress. Please let me know if you're thinking about picking it up. If you've read it, leave your thoughts down below. Or if you have any questions, don't be shy to ask. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you again soon. Okay, bye.